Okay guys, if you work on these Whirlpool vertical modular washers long enough, the ones that have the lights down there, this one's actually a Maytag Bravos, but it's really a Whirlpool vertical modular. You're eventually going to get a customer that decides it would be a good idea to bypass the lid switch. And they're going to twist wires together and they're going to blow up components on the board. So when you take this back off, or you take the whole module out and then take the back off, take the board out, you're going to see that. And that is because they have blown up the AC switch transistor Mosfet. It's actually a kind of like a Triac. They'll blow that up and kill the board. So I've repaired enough of these things without buying a new board that I wanted to show you guys. This is the board out of this machine. I just finished fixing it. So here's TR7 on the board, which I replaced. And in this case, you don't see it all the time, but on the other side of the board, R69, this R050 was also all burnt up. And I think what it does is it supplies power to all of these AC switches, which are for like your hot and cold water valves and the drain pump and the like. This one over here, TR7, is definitely for the lid switch, the lid lock, the solenoid in the lid lock. And so this is what they look like coming out of the unit. I don't know if you can see that. That one has the middle blown out of it. And that's the part number, AC108-6S. It's a 0.8 amp AC switch. Printed on it, if you could read it without the middle blown out, it's ACS 1086. And the resistor location is R69 and it's R050. Now every other one of these machines I've ever seen where the customer did this and blew up this part, they did not burn this resistor. And I think the resistor is feeding all of these other AC switches, because I put this machine in test mode and went on and off with the two water valves. They did not go on and off. Also tried to turn the drain pump on and off. It did not go on and off. So I am assuming that the reason for that is because this resistor is acting as a fusible resistor between the power supply and all of these AC switches. In every other case I've had with this, of course the lid lock didn't function when you replace the lid lock. But all the other things did function because that resistor wasn't burnt up. It was only TR7 that was blown apart. So you can pick these up at digikey.com. You can pick them up on eBay. So there you have it. I hope that helps somebody. You don't have to spend a couple $100 on this board or $75 on a used one if you just know what to replace on here when somebody decides to get wacky and bypass the lid switch. Basically what they end up doing is connecting the 110 volt output of this switch to ground, because one of the wires is ground, one of them is the return from the switch to tell the board the lid is locked, and the other one is ground. So you got ground, 110 out from this guy, and if you ground that, he can only handle 8 amps, so he blows himself up. So hopefully that'll help somebody fix these machines without having to replace this board every time when you get a wacky customer that decides, I can bypass that lid lock. Yes, I can. Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope this helps you out.